Hello, you smashing lot. It's Mega Gran here again with another episode of my vintage story. Now then, here I am packing all this. Oh, I'm hungry. But that's okay, because I got lots of apples last time, if you remember. So I'll just finish packing this peat in my cellar, and then I'm going to go up and I'm going to redesign my house.
Gran, do you want a skep?
Yes, I'll have one if there's one going. Thank you. I shall come and get it. Whereabouts are you on the map?
Right next to you.
Oh, are you?
Directly next to you.
Thank you. I'm just redesigning my house.
It's on
Thank
the ground.
you. Oh.
Yeah, so you need to drop like your backpack items.
All of
Not
them.
your actual
Where you get your baskets or whatever you got to.
Yeah, not your actual inventory.
Oh, take
Like
it.
those
Oh,
four-
I
those
see.
four
Oh,
spots, yeah.
I see. Yes, sorry. I didn't realise what you were saying. Okay. Oh, so I've. Oh, right. Okay. So where do I put it, and what do I do with it? So I just
Your choice of where to put it, but then it needs the flowers somewhere nearby.
these flowers. Can it be attacked by anything? So can I put it over there on the shore?
We attack by raccoons.
Raccoons, but I don't think your island has raccoons.
Can I sort of elevate it off the ground? Say, put it on 2 or 3 blocks or something. Put it on the top.
Yeah, that's
And
what I
then-
did at my base.
All right, I'll do that then. Okay, thank you. So, where to put it? I had so much choice. I wanted somewhere close. And then I spotted this little piece of land here. I thought, yeah, that'll do nicely. And getting it out of my basket slot, well, that was one of those things that was easy when you knew how. So I had to ask again. And it was simple, really. You just use Control and scroll to it in your hotbar. And there you go. Now I needed some flowers. And there was lots of flowers about. So I went on the rampage and got as many as I could. With as many different colours as I could. It was going to be very pretty around those bees, I think. And it was stuffed full of flowers by the time I finished. And I was quite keen to get some more skeps around those bees so we could populate them and add more bees. And of course, from bees you get honey and beeswax for making candles and for sealing crocks so your food would last longer. Didn't have enough to make more than one though, so it'd have to do. And I have to collect more Cooper's reeds a bit later so I could make some more. And an empty skep is just held in your inventory. Don't have to take out your baskets, so that's good. So I just popped it on the side, well away from the floor, and hoped that it wouldn't take too long to actually populate it and produce some honey. So we'd have to see. So back to redesigning the house, and I thought it might be safer if I elevated my ground floor by a couple of blocks. So I'd have to go up some stairs to get to my main room. I also intended to have a much bigger cellar. It was easy creating the elevation on the outer wall, but not so with the ground floor. So in went the stairs. That would create a small walkway in front of my front door. And fences, all around, everywhere. Nothing was getting in here. Oh, I'd have to take that down. And it was a bit messy when I had to move the storage vessels, because unlike Minecraft, they don't stay where they are. They actually fall. They have gravity. And that created quite a bit of mess and quite a bit of repetition. So the moral of the tale is, build your house before you put anything in it. And by this time I'd run out of cobble, so I was using anything, which really wasn't a good plan when you were putting containers on them. I did remember though that I had some cobble slabs, so I put those under the jars instead so I didn't have to move them again, although I already had moved one jar. The slabs did odd things, but the storage jars did the same thing as before. Oh dear. So with the slabs, you had to put the slabs in your inventory to make them place a certain way. There we go. And then I had to pick everything up again. Thinking about safety again, I thought it might be a good idea to have a barrier at the bottom of the stairs, so I pushed them back just one block so I could put a gate at the bottom of the stairs. Didn't have a gate though. I didn't have any wood to make one, so I had to have the door. The only door I had, but it'd have to do for now. And then, oh my goodness, The stairs. Well, I tried everything to make it fit. I wanted it to fit in the corner, but there just wasn't enough room for stairs. As I found out, much, much later, because I persisted. You know, no matter how I configured them, they just wanted to take up nearly a quarter of the room, so it was no good. So being the persistent little person I am, I carried on and carried on, took 'em down, put 'em up, took 'em down. It just wasn't working. So in the end, I abandoned stairs and resorted to ladders. Why I hadn't thought of that before, I have no idea. So the stairs came out and the ladders went in. And I thought I might as well pop the ladders all the way down to the floor. And when I did, there was so much space. And so much easier to get up and down. It was time to check on the bees, and it looked like that skep that I'd put there was actually populated with bees. At least I think it was. Yeah, I think it was. The bees everywhere. Nice. Now I wanted some clay, and I thought I might go via the trader to see what trades he'd had. Apparently he changes them every so often. Whoa! Oh my goodness. That was frightening. Ooh, lanterns. Crates. Ooh, a wooden door. Only 2 gears. An iron door. 16 gears. Oh my goodness. A chandelier. Glass. Oh, I was thinking of my windows. I think I shall be back to see you later. It was getting a bit dark now, and it was raining. It was quite miserable, but I needed to get some clay. So I got as much as I could, as quick as I could, and then got back home. So nice to be home, even though it'd not got a roof on, but all in good time. While it was night time, I thought I'd work in the cellar. It seemed safe enough to me, and I wanted to nibble away at these walls and push them out a little bit. This in particular, because I wanted this cobble for upstairs. So I thought I'd replace it with dirt. And I had a plan to place more dirt on the outside later, so I could push the walls out even further and have an even bigger cellar. It was working quite well actually, and my little cellar was getting bigger and bigger. And I had thoughts of a big storage room, although storage rooms, I think, if I remember, had to be a certain size. Food preservation. Right, it increases shelf life, particularly valuable in hot climates or during summer, as food spoils quicker in the heat and for long winters when less food is available. Ah, here we are. The most simple cellar consists of a 1x2x1 hole with a container in it that's covered up with soil. More elaborate versions can be up to 7x7x7 blocks in a size with a door. To verify your cellar is working, look at any container's block info. You will want to reach the lowest possible food perish speed. Build cellar walls from soil, brick or stone materials. Now then, I couldn't move this granite because I didn't have a pick. So I thought I'd make a wall here. Oh, I'd have to move this peat. And I thought I'd end the wall there so there'd be a little corridor along the side of the storage room. Oh, I needed more dirt. Right, more dirt obtained. And it shouldn't take long to finish this. Although I'm not quite sure how I'm going to store things in there. Probably in storage vessels or in those baskets. And that brings me back to thinking about bees and honey and beeswax. I shall go and have a look at Grimer's aviary, I think. Now that that's done. Ooh, look at all your bees. My goodness, you've got so many.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
Yeah, it's all about getting the production. Speaking of which, are those things ready yet? Oh, yeah. Well, the main one I don't want to harvest. So
Oh, there's a guy coming. Oh, oh.
Like,
That's what happens when Bran leaves her base. Gets instantly attacked.
Honestly, it's why I stay at home.
Could I get my spear back? Can you grab my copper?
Is this yours? Oh, sorry, I had a copper one as
of 'em.
well.
Yeah.
Was that you? Oh no, this must be yours. I think I might have used mine a bit. Did you have a lot of usage on yours?
No, like.
Oh
my-
right,
mine
no,
are
this is
very
mine
broken.
then. No, how silly am I thinking I use my spear a lot? I don't use it at all. That's why
Let's see.
it's
So how many of these
quite
things are
new.
ready to go? It looks like two. Two of them are ready to be harvested.
So what's those little men you've got in the hole by the beehives?
Oh, those are straw dummies.
Right.
So
What do
you
they
make them
do?
with just hay bales and a stick, 2 hay bales
Right.
and a stick.
Uh-huh.
But basically, when you break these skeps to harvest them, sometimes the bees get mad, and if you
Oh,
run
I've
past
heard
that,
you.
it'll
Yeah.
attack that. So,
I've heard you. Okay then.
so like this setup, that one that's on the taller one in the middle, I just never touch that one. Just leave that alone,
Yeah.
and then I just harvest the 8 that are around it, and then
Oh right,
it'll
okay.
constantly keep repopulating it.
Okay, oh I need to do that with mine then. Really. I think that's
And
that
all the
skip I
flowers.
put there. I think that's populated because there's bees around it. So
Okay.
but I need a little mandua before I harvest it. Okay then. Do you know where that trader is around here? He has a
There's
nice
one right over here.
door and I'm going to I see it. See it.
You can't take the trader's door.
No, I can trade
offering
a
one?
door. He trades a door
Oh,
for two thingies. And I happen to have
Gears?
5 thingies, yeah. So I'm
He's got an
hoping.
iron door, and yeah, he's got a wooden door for
Yeah.
2 gears. So, you want to like save your 2 gears, maybe?
Why? Are they
'Cause
important?
I can just make you one of those things.
What, make me a door? Oh, go
Yeah.
on then. I'll give you my 2 gears to make me a door.
Yeah, because you notice on my house, I got an actual like wooden door.
I know, well, I'm fed up of mine falling off, so I want a
Breaking.
good one for my front door. Oh, look at this, honestly.
Well, that was a wolf.
Oh, what have you made? Oh, those are the shingles, aren't they? I'd forgotten
She's
about
just
those.
staring at everything, like, oh my god, oh wow.
Well, you know, can you jump up
It's
that
just
ladder?
been-
Oh, you
Yeah.
can.
you're
Oh,
just-
wow.
Yeah,
I've
it's a
been
3-story
living in
house.
this
It's coming to
so
the
long.
You've got some water up here. What's that water for?
Yep, for filling up the barrels.
You can just place a bit of water like that.
If you
That's
need, if you get a
interesting.
bucket,
We got a guest here.
Oh, right. Nice. Oh, look at your tool rack. Oh, just a minute. I'm dying. Oh, quick, here's your 2 gears. I've got to go and get some food.
Okay,
One,
there's some cranberry.
2.
There's some cranberry bushes. You can just
There
take
you
a berry
go.
out of there if you want.
All right,
Yeah.
okay then.
that's
oh,
a
The one
very.
inside the house.
not me, I don't want me torch.
I found probably one of the weirder animations
Whereabouts?
in the game.
Whereabouts are
There's
there?
cranberry
Oh,
anywhere
right.
on either side of the house. Yeah, ripe ones right here.
Oh, right, okay.
There you go. Eat a berry. Stay
There we
alive.
go.
Found a
Thank
pink
you.
apple tree.
See you
Got a
later.
guest right there.
Oh, I'm going over my new door.
She's so happy.
He's not going to fall off anymore, though. How many times have I said stupid door, honestly? And as I got back home and I saw the underside of my house, I thought, yes, I really do need to pack this out. But I think I'd need quite a lot of dirt to pack it out with. So I'd have to go on the hunt for an area where I could pinch a lot of dirt from and not make the environment look ugly. But yeah, thought that was a good idea. Start on the outside, and then I can expand on the inside. But for now, I was really keen to get my new door on the front of my house and get rid of this janky one that kept falling off. Oh, look at that. Oh, that was lovely. I used fences for windows because you could see through them. And in the handbook, there wasn't anything about windows, so I think it was just glass you had to make, and I didn't have any at the minute. So it was back to napping, and this time it was going to be shingles. There they were, raw blue clay shingle. Okay, this is what I'll be doing for the rest of the night, I think. And for each napping session, I got 12 shingles. Ooh, I'd need a lot of those, because I think you needed about 3 or 4 shingles to make one block for the roof. So in went my shingles, and I started covering it to make a fire pit. I'd got my dry grass. That was okay. And that went in as usual. But then unfortunately, I didn't have enough sticks. So I couldn't actually finish them till the morning, when it would feel much safer a time to go out and get some sticks. So in the meantime, I was back to napping. I would also need to look for some more cobble so that I could change this dirt on my floor and stop this grass from growing. But in the meantime, I wondered if I should work out how many shingles I needed. So how many shingles do you think it took to do your roof?
Quite a bit. Like, I'd fill up... the size house that you got there, I'd probably fill up 6 to 8 pit kilns full of them.
Oh, really? Right. Well, that sounded like a lot, so I better get on with it. And then when I was fed up of doing that, I thought I'd look up a straw dummy and make one for my little aviary. So, hay bales, I needed 2 of those. You make those out of dry grass. And it's just a stick underneath. That's easy enough. Well, morning was coming, so it was time for me to get out and get some more resources. I needed sticks and dirt and to see if I could find some more ruins. And it wasn't long before I found something quite exciting. Look how big this is. That would give me loads of cobble. I'm having all of this. All of it. So first things first, I needed to go into my cellar and light up the 2 fire pits that I'd got started. There we go. Oh! Oh! You know, I really did think that was far enough away. I really did. Well, if that wasn't a cue to move my entrance to the cellar, I don't know what was. So, I moved it a few blocks along, and I was almost certain it wouldn't get burnt if I put it down here. Dearie me. Dearie me, it must only happen. It must only happen with fire pits, because there was a torch on the wall there. Anyway, I got into taking out this dirt and putting in cobble. And it wasn't long before I had a cobble floor. There we go. Awesome. That must be safe now. Right. With the spooky sound of a rift in the background, I made my straw dummy. I went out to place it in my aviary. And I've been reassured several times that rifts are okay during the day because they don't produce anything, unless there's any dark spots nearby, which there weren't, in between that rift and my house. So I thought I'd place this straw dummy right underneath the first skep that I'd put down. And it was whilst I was trying to figure out whether it was time to pick up this skep and get some honey that I realised I didn't have all the information I had on my screen when I first started the game, and I wondered where that had gone. So I went on the search. Now there's lots and lots of controls in this game, and I had changed some of them so it could be easier for me to find where my fingers went. Because you know what it's like when you play a game for ages and then you play another game. Your fingers are all over the place. Anyway, I found it. So I switched it on, and sure enough, there it was. Much more information about everything I looked at. That was very helpful. So I'd made another skep, and I thought I'd put another one on and see what the first one was like, and whether it was time for me to harvest it. Oh yes, look at that! That's so much information! Oh, that doesn't look good. That doesn't look good at all. growth speed 29%. I'd have to study this. I'd have to look that up and see what that meant. But for now, I was over to the bees. So I popped my second skep on my little bee tower. And then looking at my first skep, it didn't actually give me the information that I was after. Right, so I've put this straw man under my beehive. And the
Okay.
beehive's, the skep, what is it, a skep?
Yep.
It says populated skep, nearby flowers 38, population size large.
Do you remember which one you placed first?
I placed the one on top first, so I'm leaving that alone because it's way up there.
Okay, yeah, so don't break that one. Break any of the others.
Right, I've just put another one on one side, and I'm just going to break this one then. I think I'm going to break it.
Thinking
Is
about
it left click? Is it left click?
Hey, whatever you use to break blocks.
Oh, I see. Okay then. Dear.
There we go. I put the coffin in Flu's base now.
You're gonna be like, somebody's threatening.
That poor straw dummy is getting stung to death.
Yeah, it's doing its job.
Oh my goodness.
It doesn't actually ever take any durability loss, though. I just keep getting stung.
Oh,
Gosh, I don't know where they are now.
that's cool.
So I've got
Oh,
the...
Where's the bracelet I found?
Yep,
So,
you can wear
let
it.
me see.
Oh, puffball mushrooms are back now. Finally.
Back to my chicken of the woods.
Oh, well, I didn't get anything from that. Should I have got something?
Was it ready to be harvested? Like, did the entrance of it look yellow?
I didn't even notice whether it did or not.
It has, there'll be,
Were there
like,
bees
it'll be, no, that doesn't matter. If it's hollow, that means that there's no bees in it. And then you looked at it and said that it was populated, so there must have been something in, so it would have looked like it was filled. But if it turns to yellow, then that means it's ready to be harvested.
Oh, those bees that are trying to kill this dummy. Oh, they've flown off. They've flown away. I can see them. Will they come back to this empty skep that I've put there then, do you think? Or
Not
will
for a
they just
while.
go away?
Yeah, they will after a little bit, you just gotta
Alright.
wait.
Okay, I'll leave them alone then. They flew off quite a way. But Grimer had some that were ready for harvesting, so I went over to have a look at what they looked like, so I didn't make the same mistake again. Oh, I see. Yes, it looks like it's got a honeycomb in it.
Yeah, it's yellow.
Oh,
Yeah, the ones on the right-hand side and the main one in the middle are ready to be harvested, although I'm not going to harvest the main one.
right. So you just break them and you get honeycomb. And then
Yep,
you've got to
and
make a new
And
one.
you'll get some of your
Right.
your reeds back.
Well, at last my shingles were ready, and I could do some of my roof. There wouldn't be enough for all of it, but there would be some for some of it. So I needed to look up and see exactly what shape I needed. And it looked like 3 in a diagonal line, or a stair and a shingle would produce the block that I wanted. So I created as many as I could. And up I went to build my roof. Oh, they were so nice. And I didn't want to stop until I'd done the whole lot. I did have a design in mind for my roof, and it wasn't the traditional one. I thought I'd do something asymmetric, because I'd done one like that before in a different game, and it came out really, really well. I wasn't quite sure if this was going to be the same. Well, it didn't look exactly as I wanted it, because that diagonal was far too steep. It might have been better if I'd have used slabs, but I did want shingles on my roof, so I carried on and thought it might look better when it was actually finished. But it didn't. It didn't at all. In fact, it looked absolutely horrendous. So I changed it, and that looked so much better. I did have to buy another door, however, because it was even on this front part. And if it wasn't going to be asymmetrical, it had to be symmetrical. But with each batch of shingles, I got a bit more done. And when I looked, I thought it was quite neat and tidy. I quite liked that. I quite liked it a lot. So I'm quite chuffed with the house at last. And each time I went out to do some resource gathering and I came back from a different angle, it looked even nicer than it was before. Yeah, I was quite chuffed with that. So that's about it for this episode. I'd got a huge amount done and I'd got my house finished. And in the next episode, I find out I can make a change to my class. So take care everybody, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.